It's a great day to play, everybody. Welcome on into the channel.
Yeah.
It looked like a question at first. You were like,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe welcome.
Whether it's your first time here or you are rejoining us, thank you for being here with us today. You're loved, appreciated, always welcome here in this channel, and you are...
Enough.
Ooh, boy. We is back. Today, we're going to be diving into a little bit of BINI. We actually, disclosure, we did a song of BINI's last week that we had to scrap because the audio just got, like, for whatever reason, we were doing a whole bunch of them and the audio just got screwed up. So we did one of their Wish Bus performances and we scrapped it. But we have another one here. This was one of the ones that was one of the more requested ones on the reaction request form. If you want to make a request, make sure go do that down in the description below. There's a form. But this is Karera official music video by BINI. Now, I have seen and heard most of the BINI stuff. I have not actually seen the music video to this. I've heard the song plenty of times, but I've never actually seen the music video. So this will be a first, at least for seeing for me. I don't know that you've ever heard this one because this kind of got overshadowed. No. This came out around the same time as like Pantropiko did, but it got overshadowed, I think, because Pantropiko is the one that
blew up,
took off.
Yeah.
So we'll do this today. And if you guys have any other requests, leave it down below. One thing that we're looking for, the Wish Bus one that we did was one of their ballads, but it was still kind of like a poppy ballad. And I'm curious if anybody knows out there if they've ever actually done like a ballad or anything like that. We'd love to check that out, even if it's just like a live version or something like that. I did a search. I really wasn't able to find too much that aren't like pop ballads, and maybe they don't, and that's okay. It just might not be their shtick. But if they do it, I think it would be really cool to hear. I'd love to, see one of those. But,
yeah, I want to hear their raw vocals.
Want to hear it.
Want to hear it raw.
Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out Finding FINIX, our brand new girl group survival show that's out right now. If you like girl groups, you'll definitely like the one that we have coming out. That's been 2 years in the making at this point. And yeah.
The stage is set. The spotlight is waiting. Witness these aspiring young performers rising from the ashes, fueled by their dreams and GKD Label's expert guidance.
That's what we want.
Your flow isn't really that smooth.
Hearing you and watching you perform makes me feel like some kind of joy.
Only the fiercest will soar to new heights. With the support of the best in the industry, these stars are ready to ignite their journey. Who will blaze the trail and rise as the next P-pop sensation? Join their journey and witness their rise to stardom. Catch the action on Finding FINIX, only on CLTV 36.
Are we ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
I was born ready.
I'm ready. Let's go. Subtitles. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, look, it's New Jersey.
It's New Jersey. Okay.
Minsan ay nahuhuli ang sarili na nag-aalala. Mga bagay na di kontrolado, pinoproblema. Pero teka lang, meron bang humahabol sa'yo? Di
That's a jam.
Yeah. So okay. There's two things about this. One, you can this is a song that you can tell came before they upped the production quality. Like, their stuff now seems so much more polished in terms of the mix.
Yeah.
Than, like, you can just hear some things in the vocals, but the song itself is just killer.
Yeah.
Killer, right?
Like, that chorus is crazy.
Like, I don't.
But I was gonna say though, like the mix. So like, we listen to all the P-pop.
So
That's
much.
our job.
Yeah.
And this mix is, I mean, all of their mixes, including this one, they're the only ones that have a actual pop mix.
Only one. Yeah.
Like, even this song it's mixed like a pop song.
Yeah.
The vocal compression's there. Nothing standing out too crazy.
Yep.
And like, this is like what's missing through a lot of the P-pop. Like, this mix is better than the majority of the P-pop that's out there right now.
Oh, I would argue that it is better than
right.
everything that's out there right now. Even back a year ago, a little more than a year ago when this came out.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the standard, guys.
Well, and
like, this is the standard.
So it's interesting because the other group that actually I always think that the mixes are good for, or that the song is actually pretty well done, is BGYO, which is also under ABS. And so I don't think that it's quite to the caliber that the BINI songs are. The things that are like the small things here are just like the vocal. I still feel like they don't always do enough vocal layerings in songs, where you started seeing more of that later. Like, it's like very pointedly, like, especially in that first vocal, it seems like a single vocal that just metatune was turned up too loud on a double.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like just small things like that, where it's just like, okay, there are some things here, but everything else is really, really good. Somebody made a comment in, I think it was the most recent podcast, which like stood out to me, because these are some of the things that we talk about. I think it was the person that had also said that they were like a music professional that we had read a comment from, and said, hit it like exactly what we talk about. The problem is that ABS is the only company that really spent the real amount of time training their artists. And then again, they have their own, they're partnered with Targier and on BINI stuff, where they have like a real like label dedicated to making music for them and working on stuff. And you can see the money that goes into it. In addition to that, obviously ABS has put a lot of money in and has their own network to be able to promote the music. But ABS doesn't release garbage. And well, I mean, BGWO has a song called Trash, but that's just the song name.
That's funny.
But yeah, so like, it's like they don't release. And for all the things, like, you know, you watch, as we've been here, we've been able to watch kind of like the fan wars and people going after the companies and stuff like that, and all of the heat that ABS has taken for all the things. But it's just like, take some time to appreciate that they are doing what no other company right now is really doing, and it's providing the artists with world-class audio, like world-class production. And because you have to, it does, like, this is the feelings, like, you have to have production of this level if you want them to go global. And it doesn't, it's like no surprise. It's not just because they had money. It takes money to get good audio. It's not just because they had money. It's because even if a song goes viral here, again, there are prerequisites to get on the radio in other countries. There are prerequisites to get on playlists in other countries. It doesn't matter how popular a song may be, if it's not produced, mixed, and mastered to the standard of what it needs to be, it will not go in other countries. And they did that. And so then when something did finally pop off, of course, then it was able to pop off so many other places, because people were like, of course, this is great quality. Why wouldn't we do it? It's already going viral here. It's great quality. Let's put it out. So when people are like, oh, it's like this culmination of like perfect timing, everything in music is perfect timing. Everything in music is educated guesses. All you can do is try to do the best you can for your artist and set them up for success. And that's what they've done.
Right. And like this, like this song and of course Cherry on Top, like if you're in a playlist, a K-pop playlist, and you're listening to ITZY and IVE, and all of a sudden this pops up, you're not going, what is that?
Right.
What is that next?
Right.
Next fast.
Right.
You know? And even if the song is an amazing written song, when it's compared next to it in a playlist, and that's how people find music.
Yep.
When it plays next, you can't be that
far away.
I can't hit the next button fast enough.
Yeah.
Like this is making my speakers in my car sound weird, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know? And they're not doing that. This is good.
Yeah. So good. I kind of want to go back. There's a ton going on back there too. I don't know if you noticed it's like there's like scratching happening back there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like little like like just like all kinds of like little sound effects and stuff. It's really cool. Just real quick, there's some great movement happening in that.
Yeah.
And just in that transition piece. If you're wearing actual headphones, guys, just listen to it and appreciate that all that has to be automated. I like that. Some good ear candy in the song.
I watched a 2.5-hour video on panning the other day.
Yeah.
Production panning. Like for production, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, it helps.
Yeah.
It helps. It creates space, and it also makes it so that you can put stuff in there that you usually wouldn't be able to fit, because it creates that space, and it's more interesting.
Yeah.
And you don't know why.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, this is good stuff. I think this has got to be Tarsier too, right? I think all of their stuff is. Flip Music, which I believe is part of Tarsier, if I'm not mistaken. Guitars, producer, mix. Yeah, it's all from Flip. Yeah. They actually have it here. Do you see this? Right away.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Freaking
That's awesome.
Oh, some of the girls write the raps.
Cool. Good.
Very cool. All right. Sorry, guys. We'll go back.
Minsan inalilimutang huminga sandali, magpahinga ng saglit. Di kailangang magmadali para magwagi, pwede unti-unti. Wala namang humahabol sa'yo. Di naman dapat matuloy ng pagtakbo. Sino ba nagsabi na kailangan ko maunahin? Di naman ito karera, pwedeng magdahan-dahan sa bawat panibagong umaga. Ang pagsimula muli ay isang tagumpay na. Huwag mag-alala, buhay ay di karera. Dahan-dahan lang, buhay ay di karera.
I like this song, I think, more than Salamin Salamin.
I was just about to say that.
I think it's far catchier. I think that Salamin Salamin was just like, it was just kind of like the precursor of whatever happened with it. You know, like this song feels much more like Pantropiko, where it's just this very, very, it's so fun. It's so fun. Like the fun doesn't die. And I also feel like this song has better pacing. Like the reason that chorus does so well is because of the pacing of the song. Like it has kind of this like slow draw into it, and it also doesn't make the whole song feel like that. And then it drops, and they also didn't overproduce the chorus.
Yeah.
It's like so dry. There's just very, very few things in it, and then they just let the vocals do the work in the chorus. That's really cool. It's more of like an anti-chorus, honestly. But like really well done. Man.
I think I've only heard like 5 songs by BINI personally. Just because like probably like 6, but like the big ones, of course, and then a couple of their commercial ones that we looked through and stuff like that. And like, every time I hear them, I'm like, okay, I get it. I 100% get why they have such a rabid fan base and how they've gotten as big as they have. Like, as far as a standard goes, for idol, like P-pop idol music, BINI's the standard for that. Now, if we're talking about like, because SB19 is like a group of artists, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very personal type thing, and that's why they've gotten so big, is because they're all so different and very eclectic and things like that. Whereas BINI's like traditional art
idols,
just in a different language.
SB19 feels like a band. BINI feels like an idol group. Right. I think it's probably the best way to kind of explain it. And even the early stuff, I mean, because we did do, before we came here, right, and far before BINI ever blew up, we did a lot of their stuff, and they always, to me, were like the number one in terms of the girl groups. The only other, and it was just the MV, not necessarily the song. The only other MV that I thought was close, that like had like the most potential as like kind of like the idol groups of what you would see from like K-pop or something like that, was Dion had one of their first songs, Bling Bling, that like the quality was like really, really, really high. And then unfortunately, I think like it was like pandemic time, and then like they stopped really investing in them the way that they were. Like it was to this standard, and then after that, it's like everything kind of fell off the edge. Where BINI's has remained like consistent from day one. Like they knew what they were doing from day one. They didn't cheap out. And I think the other thing that's a testament to it, though, is that it still took them, even with all of that, all of the help, the support that they have, all of the reach that ABS has, it still took BINI 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? Which is pretty standard, right? 2 to 3 years is the break-even point when we start seeing kind of success. I got to get a new stand. It just slowly just... like, it will not stay anymore. It's as tight as it goes, and it just...
I was gonna say something, but never mind.
I know what you were gonna say. At home,
baseball, grandma, baseball.
So it was. But looking at this, the one thing that I think has been I'm gonna go back because we go over the place. We talked about the guy that made the comment, and one of the other things he said in the comment was, it's a lot of small companies that saw the success of companies like BINI and SB19, and then were just trying to emulate it, but they weren't emulating it from a place of knowledge. They were emulating it from a place of money or greed, right? They see it and they go, we can do that. And it's like, you don't have the knowledge. Yeah, you don't have what they have, right? BINI's music is good because they're working with people that can actually create music, and it's part of their company, right? They actually took time to train them. They didn't just try to rush a group out and they're like, hey, we're going to put a group together in a couple of months and just throw them out on a stage, you know? And it's the same feeling that we get. Like, it's so funny because it's like, even a lot of the P-pop fans that are out there right now have been deluded by that, because we saw it with the girls, with our girls, right? Where people are just like, where are the girls? When are they releasing? When are they releasing? It's just like, at the time when we started hearing that, it had only been like 8 months, 9 months, and it just continued.
Right.
It's like, we're not what do you think do you think that they just like we don't do that? Like the artists need time. They need to prepare. They need to be ready. They need to work on all of these different things. And when you rush them out there, shit in is shit out, or right?
Right.
That's how that goes. Shit in, shit out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's.
I usually do food in, but it's up to you.
No, but it's just like what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, right? And,
yeah.
that's the reality is for everything else and for all the crap that we give them. Like I applaud ABS for not taking the easy way out.
Yeah, not being short-sighted.
Because it's not that they couldn't have, right? They still have, regardless. They still have this whole media arm that they could have pushed, regardless of how good the girls actually were. They still could have pushed a group, right? But they didn't. And are there mistakes that are being made along the way? Sure. Do people have a lot of critiques and criticism? Sure. But when you ask of like, why are the tickets so much? You know, why is merchandise so much? It's just because, do you know how long it costs to train somebody and to create music like this over the course of 2 years? Like that costs money. And they have to be able to make their money back or they wouldn't have put out the group. Like these things don't happen for free. And when everybody's streaming music for free now, if you're not finding other, like tickets used to not be so much because you could rely on physical album sales.
Right.
Right? And so you had other ways of earning money. But now the only way that labels and artists have to earn money back is from concert sales and merchandise. And unfortunately, when streaming dollars here, again, guys, 1 million streams here generally pays between $200 to $400 for free Spotify accounts. Think about that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's just like, try to be a little bit more open-minded. And I think for some of the people out there that might be looking at this, like be thankful because, you know, ABS has done something really special with these girls and it didn't happen just on its own. So be thankful for that. Some cool harmonies happening in there. Some cool fast harmonies. I do know why this song didn't go.
The bridge?
Why this didn't blow up? Well, the bridge was kind of boring, and also the song's too long for this type of song.
Oh, dude, I just realized.
It's too long. I forgot because like this isn't a song like I listen to on repeat. I don't get a chance to listen to most music on repeat because we are working on music all day. But like the pop song formula, unfortunately, like if you really want something to blow up on like the playlist and stuff, it's like 2.5 minutes is almost like you're getting really, really close. 3 minutes is like probably not going to happen because our attention spans are so much shorter. It's not that it's not great on an album, but in terms of getting as many plays, it also, if you have this song's probably about 4:55 minutes because there's all kinds of other things happening in the MV, but you also get half the plays.
Right. 100%.
So if a song has less chances to go viral, because if you're listening to one track the same time that it takes you to listen to 2 tracks of another song, it's going to take longer to go viral. That's why.
Yeah,
it's too
late.
like,
And I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure there's I don't. What's the fan base name?
Blooms.
Blooms. Okay.
Blooms.
I'm sure there's Blooms out there that are like, this is my favorite song. But the bridge could have just been cut.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like the song literally could have ended after this last, like, you had the first rap section, and then there was another chorus, and like that's it. Like that's where I would have chosen to cut the song, right?
Yeah.
Because that gives it like that replayability over and over again. And it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a good song. It's a great song.
Yes,
we just
100%.
have to understand what the audience is like now, and people around the world just don't normally listen to. It's the same thing. Like, what is a good song by SB19? But it's also super long and has so many parts in it that it doesn't, like, at some point people are just like, okay, I'm just gonna go on to the next song now, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I
think the last band that could put out a song over 4 minutes was like Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Like,
and also very different. What's it called? Like generation of music, right? Like there's OPM ballads and stuff like that are long, right? Like it's not that they're not, but it's the type of music, pop music, especially like this dance pop type music. It's yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, snap decision, yes or no. You know, that's what it is. So, all right, I want to go back just a little bit.
Dahan-dahan lang, buhay ay di karera. Walang masyadong mabagal, walang may pilis sa pagtakbo ng buhay. Hindi kami nipis, tingnan malalim lang at tandaan. Ika'y may hawak ng iyong ba. Walang masyadong mabagal, walang mabilis sa pagtakbo ng buhay. Hindi kami nipis, tingnan malalim lang at tandaan. Buhay ay di karera. Walang masyadong mabagal, walang mabilis sa pagtakbo ng buhay. Hindi kami nipis, tingnan malalim lang at tandaan. Ika'y may hawak ng iyong ba.
Good. Even great effects in here.
It's a good song. Bum, 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 bum.
So, okay. I'm just going to go look really quick. Career. BINI. Yeah, 428 is the Spotify version of this.
Yeah. I mean, that's still...
That's what I was saying. I said probably like 450, but that's why though. It's why, and it still has 100 million plays, 98 million plays at this point in time on Spotify. But imagine, so again, if this song was that good, imagine if this song was a 3-minute song, it would have 130, 140 million plays right now, which then puts it closer to like Salamin and Pantropiko. So, oops.
Yeah, and let's not forget that when people go to play it, it's probably on a playlist next to one of their other songs that would have had more plays as well.
Yeah.
The stage is set. The spotlight is waiting.
Witness,
These aspiring young performers rising from the ashes
fueled by their dreams.
and GKD Label's expert guidance.
That's what we want.
Your flow isn't really that smooth.
Hearing you and watching you perform makes me feel like some kind of joy.
Only the fiercest will soar to new
Heights. With the support of
the best in the industry. These stars are ready to ignite their journey.
who will blaze the trail and
Rise as the next P-pop sensation. Join their journey and witness their rise to stardom. Catch the action on Finding Phoenix, only on CLTV 36.
Very good. The video quality of this is awesome. again, like it's everything happens in kind of like a vacuum here, right? Because when we compare to just the rest of P-pop, it's clear ABS is the one that's really, really putting the money in. You know, when you look at kind of the big players, I look at like kind of the big threes as you have ABS, Viva, and Cornerstone are kind of like the big three for like that have their own groups, right? But this is definitely, I think, one of the, even for being a little bit ago, I think this is definitely one of the higher qualities in terms of really a cohesive video. Vivas are pretty good. I think that part of, I still feel like Viva doesn't put quite as much money into, I think Alamat could be bigger if Viva just invested just a little bit more. It doesn't have to be a lot. And also, trying to think, Viva also really does like to stay within like their own label as well. Like, no, we're gonna write all of our own music, and we're gonna work with only our own people. And you've seen that's something that BINI's willing to get outside of their box now. And like, even though they have an internal team that's gonna obviously help with everything, they're also willing to go, okay, well, if we want to capture a larger audience, we have to be able to get outside of our comfort zone, and we have to go towards that. And it's the same thing everybody does. It doesn't matter, like we can use K-pop as an example, but it's not just K-pop. It's everything in the world. If you want to start capturing a different market and grow, you have to then consult with people from the market. And so I think like
Post Malone's recent album, his country album. He went to Nashville and just stayed there for 3 months and just hung out with songwriters he never met. And made an album. And like that's just, you know, that's how you do it. Yeah.
So really, really good. So let us know. I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are probably going to come up. And we've had quite a few requests over time for BINI, and we're finally getting back into the reactions. It isn't like we've been ignoring it. BINI was not where BINI is when we left the United States the last time that we were really doing reactions. So use a reaction request form, though. And the reason for that is that the comment section just gets way, way too muddy and way, way too filled, and we don't get to see them. Like, we just miss them. And so the reaction request form's the way. If you want us to start watching stuff, go fill out the reaction request form. The ones that go to the top are the ones that we do next. Very, very interested. I'd like to see some variety from them. I'd really like to maybe see some raw vocals. I've seen a lot of, obviously, like some of their newer concert footage, but basically anything before we came here, that, you know, I didn't know too much about BINI before we got here outside of the few videos that we had done for them. I think we did like strings, and we did one other one from them, and then like a Wish Bus performance from them. So keep them coming, because we like to dig into it. Otherwise, check out our brand new reality TV show, Finding FINIX, out now. The next episode will air on Sundays. By the time this comes out, the second episode will actually already be out. But check that out. If nobody told you that they love you today, please don't forget.
Hold on.
Wait, what? What did I do? What did we miss?
Headphones. My emoji code is headphones.
Emoji code. See? Thank you. Headphones. Let's do palm tree. I felt very inspired by the video. Let's do palm tree. Headphones, palm tree. If nobody told you that they love you today, please don't forget that we love you. You're appreciated. Always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last, but certainly not least,
it was a great day to play.
Thanks, guys. We will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.